Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I want to talk to you about my experiences with both of my doses of the COVID vaccine. I had the Moderna vaccine for reference, and this video is mainly for all of my fellow health anxiety sufferers because I know how insanely difficult it can be to make yourself go and get the shot. First of all, I need to state that I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'd take any other vaccine straight away. It's just that I think I've read one too many threads on Reddit. And on the other hand, you know, this is kind of a new vaccine, so to speak. I know it's been in the works for ages, but still, it's kind of a new vaccine. And then you read all of that stuff online, and then you get a little bit worried, especially if you do have health anxiety. My health anxiety is not that bad, but it's definitely there. But I've done my research, and I decided that I just prefer to get the vaccine over getting really bad COVID. So I think this is what kind of pushed me really towards actually getting it. Now, let me just say that I actually do believe that some very, very unlucky individuals can get some side effects from the vaccine, long-lasting effects as well. Same way you can get long-lasting effects from COVID, which is long COVID, so the neurological side effects, but I do know that that's a very, very small group of individuals. So I thought I'd take my chance and just get the shot. So moving forward, sorry about the long intro. Felt like I had to say all of that. But anyway, moving on forward to the first shots. So I actually booked my both of my shots, but then I was so nervous that I obviously didn't go. And also it was I think it was one of the days where England was in the Euros, so we kind of knew that we would be having booze, and we didn't really want to mix those two things. So we kind of had a little bit of an excuse, but really for me it was just mostly my health anxiety that kind of stopped me from going. But then walk-in vaccination sites have opened where I live, so we just decided that we're gonna go a few days later, and so we did. And I am allergic to many things. I have an allergy to medication, a very specific type of medication as well. So I was kind of freaked out because they told me to go like through this special orange route. And yeah, they got me a bit stressed out thinking that I'm in the group of people that are a little bit more sensitive, or like a little bit more at risk of getting a reaction from the vaccine. But whatever. I tried my best to stay relatively calm, and yeah, I got the vaccine. I had no reaction, really. I did feel super weird, like as though something was spilling, like warmth spilling over this part of my body. I got it in my right arm because I'm left-handed. But apart from that, that quickly went away. I was telling myself all the time throughout those 15 minutes after the vaccine, it's just anxiety, it's just your anxiety. Stay calm, stay calm, stay calm. And also the fact that there were so many people surrounding me and just having an eye on me made me feel so much calmer, because I knew that if I do have an allergic reaction, they are obviously going to intervene. So that was super helpful. And then it felt so good getting the vaccine and, you know, taking that step, that we just went out and got 2 pints each. And I don't recommend that, but to be honest, it didn't really do anything to us, having those 2 pints. So that's that. And we both did not have any symptoms apart from having some pain in the injection site. I had the pain for like around 3 days maybe, and that was it for me. I didn't even get fever, I didn't get chills the first shot, anything. And as you may know, Moderna is also much stronger than it doesn't influence the efficacy of the vaccine, obviously, but Moderna is stronger than Pfizer, and usually people who have Moderna have stronger reactions. We both didn't have any after the first shots, which was amazing. And so the time came to get a second shot. We did the walk-in thing again because I believe that gives you like some weird form of control over, I don't know, over your anxiety, just deciding to walk in, deciding to go, not having a booked appointment. Anyway, so I go in and the lady asks me about allergies and stuff. And I thought that if I didn't get an allergic reaction after the first one, I'm good. And I won't get it. I will definitely not get a reaction again. And then the lady's like, oh, no. Sometimes people react to penicillin, for example, when they get it for the second time. So she scared me a little bit, but she gave me a green light. And then I got my shot. I made sure that my arm was super relaxed while getting the shot, which is why I didn't even have pain. I actually didn't even have pain after the second shot in my arm. And yeah, I spent another 15-20 minutes after the shot. I didn't get any reactions, and that was it for the next few hours. I felt perfectly fine. And then about 10 hours later in the evening, I started feeling kind of a little bit like I'm coming down with a cold. Now, I've never had the flu, so I can't really compare. But like kind of my entire body, it was like a mild, dull ache over my entire body, so to speak. And I felt as though a cold was about to break through, but I did not have a fever at all. That night, I did feel quite shitty though. I didn't feel great. It was like, yeah, having a cold, that's not too good. But I'm being told that this is how the flu feels. But I can't really tell you because I've never had it, so I can't tell you for reference. But that was pretty much it. So I took 2 ibuprofens really, really late at night. And honestly, just the mild body aches and feeling a bit cold when I, like having some chills when I would get out of bed. Not even a headache, just more of a tension. And that was pretty much it. Believe it or not. And then I woke up feeling great the next morning. But then I feel like maybe the ibuprofen wore off or something. Because later on, closer to 11 a.m., I started feeling a bit again. But it was really quick. I took another couple of ibuprofens. It went away straight away. And then later that afternoon, later that day, which was the second day, I was fine. I was actually, believe it or not, back to normal. And that was it. That was it for me. So honestly, I would say I got lucky. I got lucky because I know that people get knocked out by the second Moderna shot. And I didn't even get a fever. So, but I thought to myself, that's how it's going to end. That's exactly how it's going to be. You're going to be super scared of like all of the things that can happen. You're going to stress about it, and then you're going to have probably barely any side effects. That's exactly what happened. So yeah, the overthinking was not necessary. I'm 14 days after my second shot. Will I take the booster shot? I don't know because it causes so much stress every time I go. So, I probably will if I have to, but I'm not that happy about having to get a booster shot. But for now, since my second vaccination was so recent, I don't even have to think about it. Let's see what happens. But now let me talk to you about the things that have helped me with my health anxiety. First of all, I feel like the walk-in bit made such a massive difference, because you feel kind of in control, which takes some of the anxiety away. And also, you don't have that much time to overthink, because if you know you have a booked appointment, not everyone can do the walk-ins, but if you know you have a booked appointment and you start thinking about it a few days in advance, and you get more and more stressed. And if you just walk in, you just decide to spontaneously go one day, you just get it. So it kind of takes a lot of the anxiety out of the equation. Second of all, having a person with me after the shots, for a few hours after the shots, really helped, because I knew that if something actually happened to me, if I did have an adverse reaction, there would be someone who can help me, right? Who can call, I don't know, 111 or call an ambulance or whatever. I know this sounds dramatic, but if you have health anxiety, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. We get all sorts of weird thoughts. So that really helped. If you don't have anyone who's going to just be with you, I would suggest just asking someone, or like staying overnight at someone's place, or just asking someone to check in on you with a text message, whatever. That's gonna definitely help you. The other thing that helped massively was knowing how my panic attacks, or how my anxiety in general manifests. So I think people don't realize that if you have health anxiety or anxiety in general, I don't think people realize, hide my massive ear, I don't think people realize how it manifests physically. So I get muscle pains all over my body. I get a very tight chest. It's difficult for me to breathe, obviously. I get stabbing pains in my chest as well. My feet sometimes tingle, my hands sometimes tingle or go numb. And all of these anxiety side effects can also kind of be very similar to what the vaccine can potentially do to you. I think I don't know if it's confirmed, but I do know that there are quite a few people that get neurological side effects from the vaccine. So being aware that it's most probably my anxiety talking really helped, because I didn't let it spiral out of control. And if you have health anxiety, you know that if you let the bodily reactions get out of control, they will make themselves even worse because of the anxiety. So staying on top of that really helped me as well. Other thing that really convinced me to actually go and get it was stopping the consumption of horror stories on Reddit. I just left the subreddit and I didn't read anything negative. I was just like, nah, I'm not going to read it, because I've realized that only people who get side effects come online and talk about it, and most people who actually have no reactions obviously won't come on Reddit and post about it. So I've realized that I'm only reading horror stories because these are the only ones that people share. People don't usually take the time to share a good story, right? So that's pretty much it. And ultimately, it's up to you. It's your body. But through taking the vaccine, you are helping everyone else around you. I personally truly believe that. I don't believe in any conspiracy theories about the vaccine. I'm a huge fan of reason and a huge fan of science. But on the other hand, I do understand why people are not sometimes quite certain about this vaccine. So I really don't want to dismiss anyone who believes that they did have an adverse reaction to the vaccine, because I think it's possible. I think it's possible. So ultimately, it's up to you. I really believe that the side effects that you can get from COVID are much worse and much more probable than getting any big side effects from the vaccine. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, I can't tell you what to do. But if you do have health anxiety the way I do and you're on the fence, hopefully, and if you, for example, got your appointment booked, hopefully this video magically shows up and they helps you get your first or your second vaccination, because I know people might be hesitant about the second one too, because we all know that the second one is worse, especially if you're getting the Moderna vaccine, because as I've said, it's got it's more potent, so it does knock you out. Not me, I got lucky, but yeah. I hope I'm not jinxing it with this video. As I've said, it's been 2 weeks now, so hopefully nothing else happens to me. But yeah, all in all, it actually was not a bad experience at all. I've expected the worst, and I kind of got one of the best results, probably, because I didn't even, as I've said, get that many flu-like side effects. So I can't tell you what to do. I just shared my experience to maybe calm you down a little bit. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. And I shall see you in another one of my videos very soon. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.